All right, guys, Shotty T here. We are doing the Blood Night event live this time. Haven't been able to do it because most all week because I've been working, and the times that it does happen, it's just that I'm always occupied. So it comes 3 times a day, and this is in season 4, by the way, not in any other seasons. But it's good to just, if you're not in this season, you're still gonna get something out of this just by watching. But first and foremost, there's a dig. So we always gotta get these done first and foremost. So while this dig is counting down, so the Blood Night event is basically when the zombies basically start hunting you. So they convert a little bit and they will target you whether you have a shield or not. And basically it's just a little fun event. If you don't have troops on the wall, you don't really lose much when you do this event. But the idea here is that when you're in the regular part of the season, you have these objectives to get these zombie bosses and the not the zombie bosses, the Doom Elites and the regular zombies. But then with the Blood Night event, there's a separate First Blood for the same two things. So the Blood Night is an opportunity for you to double down on the First Bloods, and it doesn't start over. So it's a continuous thing. So if you leave off on your First Blood of 20, uh, the, then the next round of this Blood Night event, you'll get you'll start off at 20. So for me, I am at level 31. So we're going to start from there. And this will be a good opportunity to talk about one other thing here. But let's see, we got some secret tasks we want to collect. I forgot all about that start task. I think it was sitting there for a while. Make sure you collect those. Don't want those to get looted. And let's see what a teammates got a start task, if any. I think they're probably all going. So I think this one's 4 hours away. All right, so I guess we'll just get whatever we can get. We'll get that later, though. All right, so what we're going to do first, we're going to do these rallies here. So the resistance, this is a monster I should be able to handle. So a couple of things that you get out of these, and this is going to segue into something else. You get these Magatawa shards, so I call them Maga shards, and then you get these tactical fragments. So they're gonna be pretty key in 2 different ways. So let's go ahead and do this here. We'll march to this zombie because it was probably marching towards. And the thing is, they don't discriminate. They'll go after whoever. Now, whenever your screen starts flashing red, that means a zombie is actually coming after you. So whatever zombie it is, you want to try to neutralize it. So we're just going to keep doing these First Bloods. Another thing that you can get from these zombies are what's called tactical cards. And these are just for the individual zombies only. And perfect. I just got one there. It'll pop up where the zombie got killed. And these doesn't have to be on First Blood. These can be on any level zombie. So you can purposely hunt multiple zombies to get these here. So we're just gonna keep doing these First Blood until we die. That's usually how I do it. I just keep going until I die. And then I may try something else to try to see if I can take it to another level. So we're still going. So we're just gonna keep going here. So it's like its own separate mini event and only lasts 30 minutes. All right. Now, one of the things I talked about early in the season with the lighthouse, you want to try to keep that illuminated at all times because what you do, at least in this season, you get milestone rewards based off how many hours your lighthouse is on. So you can't get all these milestones if your lighthouse is off. The only exception to the lighthouse is this event here because your light drains at a much faster rate in this event. And if you set your lighthouse settings properly, you can actually do it here. It automatically turns off when the Blood Night descends. And then if you do this here, your lighthouse brightness auto adjustment, that makes sure that when it's over, it'll cut back on. So that way, if you're away from the game for personal reason, whatever the case might be, make sure you toggle that on and it'll turn your lighthouse back on. So that way you can keep your lighthouse going It doesn't matter if it's at level 1 or all the way up to level 4, as long as it's on. So it can be level 1, then you'll be fine. You only go to level 3 and level 4 in rare situations where there's a situation where you're trying to get another zombie at the next level that you're just short. And that's the reason why we're doing this here. We're just challenging ourselves until we hit a brick wall, and then we might turn on that lighthouse. But I'm going to do these first. Okay. So just pretty straightforward event here. All right, so another first blood, and these first bloods, they add up. You get more season tickets. These heroes return tickets, and then you get more of these stones. And again, all those shards, they add up. And where do you redeem those shards? You redeem them, those green things, in the mega shop. I've already redeemed everything I can get here. You can get tactical card packs, the gold one. There's one limit. It costs 500 of those. You get these here. I think 10 of those max. You get season related stuff. Now keep in mind, you got similar events like this during your season where you might be able to get specific shards, and we just got a artifact that got discovered. So let's go ahead, and we're not going to eliminate our way to battle on that. We'll let that discovered just go in the dark. All right, so we're still, let's see how close we were to dying on this last level. I know we're probably close. We probably got 1 or 2 more levels left before we have to turn that light on. If I can get these, and the reason why, and again, we talked about this before, you want to illuminate your way to battle, because when the zombies are in the dark, they are more powerful. So you want to make sure that you're lighting your way there. That's why I didn't want to waste it getting that resource. Okay, so we just got another tactical card. So like I said, these things add up here, and we'll talk about those. I think I can do one more level, maybe one more level. And I think I'm getting the benefit of a level 4 light. When I see something like that, I think I got the benefit of a light right now. Yeah, so I got the benefit of a level 4 light, so I don't even have to turn my own light on right now. So this will allow me to go even higher. Now, if I get brick wall this time, that means I definitely can't go any further because I'm already at the level 4 light. So this is a situation where I talked about where if someone else's light is on, you don't have to waste your light. Just use their light, and you kind of go in cycles. So this is allowing me more tactical cards. Perfect, perfect. I like it. All right, and we'll talk about them. I think I can do one more level based off that remaining health. Let's keep it going. All right, so I got another level 4 light that is being active, and we probably got teammates that are trying to increase their Doom Elite. So it looks like 40 is the stopping point there. And speaking of Doom Elites, we're going to help this teammate out here because he's turning his light on, so that means he needs help. So we'll be a good Samaritan and help him with that. All right. And yeah, his light just went off. But I think once you start the rally, it goes where your resistance was when the rally was started. So if it happens to turn off before you start, I think you still get credit for it, but we will see. We will find out shortly. All right, guys, gonna interrupt this voiceover to explain one small thing, which is a big thing. Of course, every little thing make a difference. So when it comes to the lighthouse, obviously with season 4, your goals are based on how many hours your lighthouse stays in the light state. So, and obviously you have to have it on for 576 hours in order to hit all the milestones. So if you do the math, that's 24 days. Now, so you do have some cushion if you don't have it on all season, but as you can see, it's only 40 days left in the season. So if you're not already started with this, with the lighthouse being on at all times, you need to start doing it now, because your light is going to be off naturally during some of these events that takes place, like the blood night, because the blood night event, your light's going to get drained, and it's going to be other situations where your power might go off earlier than anticipated. So you always want to make sure your light is on. So how do you keep it on? Okay, so you got to realize, first of all, try to get your lighthouse to level, get all your electricians as soon as possible. A lot of this depends on what this building is. Get it to level 20 as soon as you can, just doing all the basic stuff, hunting your zombies and doing the rallies, using other people on your team to help you increase your rallies, because especially if you're in an unselfish alliance. So use that. Get all your generators up there because each generator supplies 600 power per second or per minute. And all you need to maintain a level 1 lighthouse is 1200 per minute. So 1200 per minute. So two electricians, ideally three, or two electricians of your own, and have a teammate assist you with one. And you guys can kind of do buddy systems, whatever you want to do. You want to make sure you have three. You want to make sure that you're always having your light on at all times. So how to make sure that that happens? You click this plus icon here, and when you do that, it's a lighthouse brightness auto adjustment. And what it does, it says when power gain is less than power consumed, the lighthouse brightness will automatically decrease. When power gain exceeds power consumed by the next lighthouse level, the lighthouse brightness will automatically increase. So this simply means it's kind of like an air conditioning unit in your house where you have your temperature set at 70 something degrees or whatever the case is. If it goes above that temperature somehow, it'll regress back to the 73. If it goes below, if it gets too cold, it's gonna go back up. So what this does, if you have this toggled on, this will guarantee that your lighthouse will stay on at all times. Now, naturally, when the blood night event happens, which is why we're doing the voiceover on that, your power is going to naturally go down because of how much power you're getting drained. So another thing that you want to do, if you're not going to be around for the blood night event, make sure that you toggle that on. That'll preserve your light energy. It'll automatically turn it off when the blood night starts. So that way, when it automatically finishes, this will kick in and put your light back on because again, this is what will happen. Now, here's the key thing. Anytime that you manually increase your or decrease your power, it resets. It doesn't reset this, but it does reset this. So that's the key. Because a lot of people, that's probably why a lot of people lights are ending up off. Like when they manually change it, they think that the system's going to automatically readjust it. And it tells you before you adjust your light, are you sure you want to do this? It's going to turn your automatic off. You want to make sure you go back to auto adjust whenever you manually change it. And like I said, it'll put you at an optimal location power wise. And actually, if you have two electricians, that should be sufficient, because if you have your alliance center built up by now, that should also give you an extra 600 roughly power per minute. So as long as your alliance has their alliance center built up, that gives 660 power per minute. So if you have one electrician, that's 600 per minute. And of course, this varies based off how high your alliance level is. But for us, that's 1260 per minute. As long as that's more than 1200, that means that's enough to keep your lighthouse on. And also, as your alliance center evolves, there's more resources that pop up. So make sure you collect those. And there's going to be other stuff in the four corners as the season progresses, similar to season 3. So make sure you're collecting your stuff if you're in season 3 on each corner as well. So I just wanted to make sure I tell you guys about the lighthouse adjustment, because I'm seeing a lot of people with their lights off in our alliance as we speak. And I just don't want people to miss out on their opportunity for their season milestones, because they're, I mean, it's not the end of the world if you don't miss it, but obviously if you want to, I mean, that's one of the milestones. You get more of these. You get these profession skill reset, and of course these gold tactic cards. So like I said, it's not in the world if you miss it, but again, if you want to be optimal in the game, and this is what I'm all about, preaching optimization, you want to make sure that you are taking advantage. All right, back to the voiceover. So while that's waiting, let's think what we can do now. Yeah, we'll see this rally through here real quick. Let's see if he can. We're gonna find out. I think it's 6,500 is the level 4 light. So let's see if it's still applied. Oh, he actually went up to another level, so he must have just upgraded his resistance Okay, so his resistance is currently higher than mine. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and turn my light on, but before I do that, I'm gonna see if I can get some of these without turning the light on first, and then we'll try to do the light after that. And there's an announcement that's happening. What's going on? All right, okay, so we're gonna be doing the exercise after this event is over. So, all right, so we're just gonna see if we can do, again, you want to talent yourself until you die. And then, and since this guy resistance is higher than mine, and that's another small thing, by the way, whatever your resistance is, everybody that joins your rally is going to have the same resistance level. So they'll get the benefit of your resistance, but not vice versa. So if I join someone else's rally, they don't get the benefit of my resistance if my resistance is higher than them. But at the same time, I won't default to their resistance level. It'll just, if my resistance is higher than theirs, then my resistance individually will apply. So in other words, with my rally I just started, everyone is going to have my resistance or higher. The only way they would be higher is if their individual resistance is higher than mine. So that's what I mean by that. So let's look at the battle report. So this tells me that I can go again as long as that guy's still alive. And sometimes it's good to have alliance members that are unselfish and willing to sacrifice troops to help the greater cause. All right, because keep in mind your troops are going first in the line of the battlefield anyway. So whenever you start a rally, your troops are gonna die anyway, especially if you can't kill it. Um, so I think I can help this person out without using any troops there. So I'll help her out. And someone just did a rally request for electricians. I'm gonna need my electricians actually shortly, so fortunately I won't be able to help out with that because once I turn this power on, I'm gonna have a very small window to use my light. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna do one more rally without the light, and then I'm gonna turn the light on. Okay, and it looks like I don't know if he's helping out this guy with his best squad or what. Yeah, he got his best squad in that rally. So I don't know if I'm gonna be able to handle this by myself. I think I'm gonna cancel this rally. He has his best squad in at level 30. And like I said, sometimes you gotta do that if you got multiple people that are, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and cancel this rally. All right, so we're gonna restart it. We got some oil. We love oil. We love oil. So let's go ahead and get that oil, collect that there. All right, let's start it again. All right, the guy rally should be over by now. Okay, so let's wait and see if he joins. Refresh. Let's see what other rallies are popping up here. Okay, so he's gonna join. Okay, perfect. That means I should win that. I'll send this squad here just to give him somebody to. He should be able to take that 7 by himself, but sometimes you just want to get a rally started. So he's launching his 31, but I got my 33 going. So normally, if you got multiple people that are online that have high resistance, because I think we got like 2 people in our alliance, maybe 3 that have just probably got higher resistance than me currently. But I know I'm real close to the next promotion. Okay, so we got another first blood there. Let's look at the battle report. And this guy's still trucking like this. This is barely killing him. So he's willing to keep doing it if it's barely killing him. So you want to use your teammate, but you don't want to abuse them. Like you don't want to kill their troops trying to help your cause. All right. So like as long as it's not really killing his troops, I'm gonna keep going. So and then we're gonna help this guy out here. Let's see. We're waiting for our squad to march back. I'm gonna give the Jace guy a chance to run his rally, and I'll just help other people in the meantime. I'll just help other people with mine while Jace is doing his, because Maxis can pretty much handle Jace. I don't know if Jace is running his rally now. Maxis is saving his best squad for. He's not. I don't know if he's doing it. Let me just see who's online. Yep, Jace is still online. He can run his 31. Maxis is running his 36, but my squad is occupied right now. Well, it just finished. I'll help his 36 out. All right, I got to retrain some troops because that power level just went down. Let's go ahead and convert some more level 10s real quick. Yeah, let's convert a couple of level 10s. And we're just going to wait. We're going to wait to this arms race before we convert the rest of them. So that way we can get maximized points. The unit progression, which starts in like an hour and 15 minutes. So that's the reason why I haven't converted all of them yet. We're just working with the troops we got right now. Because this season does kill a lot of troops. Okay. All right. So I think I'm going to run my rally now. Let's see. Yeah, Maxis was pretty much able to get that 36 on his own. But I'm gonna go ahead and turn my light on. I think I'm gonna go ahead and do that now. So how much? I got a 6-minute window. So let me wait till my troops get back at their base. Okay, they're back. All right, so 6 minutes. I got 6 minutes of light. Actually, Max has turned his light on, so he still wants help. So we will be the great helper. We will continue to help. Not a problem at all. And again, it's all about teamwork, guys. It's all about teamwork. Let me go ahead and do this while that rally is going on. Why not? Okay. All right. Yeah, this is a fast-paced situation because, like I said, you only got 30 minutes. You want to try to go as high as you can with these levels. All right. And like I said, if you don't get it, then there's always the next time. But I think this Blood Night event goes in phases. So this is week 1, and then week 2 you got stages. You got stage 2. So I don't know if it's going to be this exact same thing going on next week. It might be, but we don't know. There are 4 stages, so we want to make sure that we're staying on top of what we need to do. There are 4 more Blood Night opportunities. We got later on. We got this period, and then we got 3 times tomorrow. And we just discovered another resource. That's another reason why these rallies are good. And this talks about every season pretty much. Anytime you run rallies on season-based Doom Elites, you'll randomly pop up a resource, whether it's coins, food, or oil, or even season building related stuff. Sometimes you'll get that, or diamonds. All right, so is it safe for me to run mine yet? Max still has his light on. He still has his first squad reserved. Okay, I'm going to run mine real quick and take advantage of his level 4 light. As long as he's not running his own rally. Oh, nope, he's running his rally. All right, let me go back. Go back and help. Go back and help. Okay. Yeah, you got to be aware of your surroundings. If I see a teammate and the reason why I know you got a level 4, if you look above that truck icon I got on the left side, you see a L4, and I know that's his avatar picture, his profile picture. That lets me know he got his light on, and this is him right here. So he has his level 4 light on, and he wants to like, people are only going to turn their light on if they're trying to go on the attack themselves. So that's kind of a telltale. Let's just make this rally go quicker instead of auto join. Okay. All right. So like I said, we're trucking along. It's only 10 minutes left. So like I said, I haven't had a chance to individually do what I want to do yet, but I think Max is trying to get as high as he can go, and then I'll turn my light on. Yeah, his light is off now, so he'll probably take a back seat now. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn my light on. I'm gonna focus on my objectives now. So once my troops get back to the base, I'm gonna cut my lighthouse on, and then I will go ahead and do my rallies. Let's see how much more time we got here. All right. Okay, we're just gonna let that chill a little bit, and we should have enough. Yeah, we should have enough of these. We should have enough level 10 troops, even though we got 1 squad mining right now. Okay, we got 10 seconds. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and turn our light. Ooh, we got this. What is this? I think I've already maximized. Nope, I haven't maximized today yet. Okay, so let's cut our light on, And now we are going to do our rally. Okay, and we're gonna do it quick. Make sure this is done quickly. I probably should be able to get at least three rallies, maybe four. You see, this guy just randomly attacked that base, that monster there. Or at least he was about to. But I think he already got it in before I targeted him. So they don't discriminate. They'll go after anyone. Yeah, so Max is the hero. Make sure you shout out to Max's, man. He's always been the guy that's be ahead of the curve whenever we get into a new season. He's been with me, I think, since season 2. I think he might have been there in season 1 also. As time flies, but we've been together for several seasons now, so pretty exciting. He wasn't a part of the initial surge of people that came to. Actually, he was a part of the initial surge of people that came to 255. So, yeah. So that's exciting. So we got that. Let's look at the battle report. All right, Maxis is still hanging in there. Like I said, we're probably gonna do at least 2 more levels, and then I think that'll be it. Or whenever our light goes off, whichever one comes first. Unfortunately, you have to wait for your troops to march back to your base before you can run another rally. All right, so we're just waiting here. And we got another one of these little thingamajiggies. Okay, no available electricians. Okay. All right, that's fine. Yeah, I got to save my electrician for this rally here. So, unfortunately, I can't take advantage of those. All right, let's do another rally here. Oh, man, they about to do another short trade. I will literally cut this video short if I see another trade notification because I can't miss out on money like that. Okay, so let's see. Get in there. Okay, Max's is in there with his top squad, I'm guessing. Yep. And I'll go ahead and help accelerate this one here while we're waiting. Now, the only thing that's unfortunate about this game, and I hope they update this, is that if you join a rally, there shouldn't be a cap on rewards that you can get from joining someone else's rally, because the rewards are already minimal anyway if you join someone else's Doom Elite rally. So why cap it? Because especially if you're helping someone like this right here, like, why? The limit of 20, like the rewards are already minimal anyway, joining a rally. Like starting a rally, I get it, but starting a rally costs you stamina, so I get that, you get rewarded for starting a rally. But joining a rally, you should get rewards for helping someone out, because you're basically just helping them out for free. But again, we got unselfish people here, so that's not a big deal. But the game should be able to reward people for helping out. So let's see if we can send another electrician on one of these. Okay, perfect. All right, because I just saw that reward pop up, so I had a spare electrician besides the one I'm using right now. All right, guys, I slowed this part down to do the voiceover for the rest of this video because I end up cutting this one short because I think I might have reflected to this in the previous videos. I do a lot of stuff on the side. I do some trading with some crypto and stuff. So that's why when I was doing this video, I know there was a possibility that I was probably going to get some notifications on that, because if I'm on Do Not Disturb, I don't see them. And the thing about these things that you have to kind of be opportunistic when these things happen, because the window can close that quickly. So that's the reason why I had to kind of cut it short. But you pretty much got the gist of the Blood Night event. And I did insert a video in there to kind of elaborate further on the Lighthouse, because it is important. What I didn't get a chance to talk about during this video that I probably would have if I didn't have the other notifications is the tactic cards. I'll talk about those in more detail. I actually learned some other cool stuff about those tactic cards that can be pretty beneficial for extra damage output depending on your setup. So I'll definitely save that for another video, probably later today, because I'm doing this voiceover Tuesday morning. So the next video will probably go out later tonight, around the same wanted monster event, so you can kind of see that in live action. But for the most part, yeah, I think I end up killing that, but the video does cut off before I even finish killing that zombie because again, I had to kind of attend to the matter and go from that. So I do apologize for cutting it short, but I hope you guys got enough information about the Blood Night event and the purpose of having that lighthouse on at all times. Remember, if you manually change your lighthouse, make sure that you toggle that auto adjustment back on, because otherwise your light just gonna go off and not come back on, and you're missing out on those season milestones. But anyway, guys, that'll do it. Like, share, comment, subscribe, hit that bell notification, and I'll talk to you later.